Hi guys, welcome back and welcome to your third lesson in Microsoft Word. Today we're going to actually look at formatting text. Formatting text, we shouldn't have to discuss what formatting really means anymore. We learned about formatting in the last few lessons. Formatting is basically any change that you make to a text. So whether you change the size of the text or the color of the text or you move the text, well, not if you move the text really. It's all about how the text actually looks, not really where it is. Yeah, we'll say it like that. So it's all about how like the text actually looks in your actual document. All right. So hopefully you guys are getting used to your Classcraft account. Your next lesson, of course, is in your little booklet here, and you're going to click on assignments, and you're going to go to Microsoft Word Lesson 3. All right, and when you click on assignment, you're going to see that you get Buku points here if you do turn it in early, and you get Buku points if your group actually turns it in early. What you want to do is go ahead and start by clicking on Formatting Text in Microsoft Word 2016. All right. That's going to bring you to the Blendspace link here. So you always want to start on Blendspace by looking at your learning goal. For this particular assignment, students will be able to understand the basics of typing, editing, and organizing text in Microsoft Word 2016. Your objective is that students will click on GCF Learn Free link provided, read through the material, watch the video, and download the practice document on page 1. So you guys should also be getting used to using your GCF Learn Free links. This is the website that I use quite a bit, especially to teach you guys the basics of Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. Okay. And you can kind of see that our vocabulary is pretty much the same as yesterday. So we're not introducing any new vocabulary here with this lesson. All right. Your video that you're watching right now is on tile number 2. So somehow or another you navigated this far. And your directions for this assignment are actually right here. Okay. So here's your actual directions. You can actually just kind of click right here to go to your GCF Learn Free document. But if you look here, it says open up the practice document on page 1 of the GCF Free link. So let's click here. We're going to go to GCF Free. This is our lesson, Word 2016 formatting text. This is our, you can kind of think of this as your digital textbook. And here's our practice document that we want to download, okay? So let's go ahead and grab it. Make sure you guys put it in your H drive. I'm going to put this on my flash drive, Word 2016 formatting practice. Once it downloads, I'm going to click down here, open it up, and let's see what we're actually working with here. Okay. So it looks like it's kind of like an advertisement. Little house that's for rent. Cute little house that's for rent, actually. Yeah, very cute. I kind of want to live there. Private but centrally located, historic Villa Pina is just moments away from fine dining, shopping, and public transportation. Enjoy the best of both worlds at Villa Pina. Don't. Yeah. I know some of you guys are laughing right now. Keep it clean. Keep it cute. Come on, guys. All right. All right. Let's keep looking at this document. Let's actually look at what we have to do here because formatting text we should be pretty familiar with. Let's go back to our Blendspace link. Let's get out of here. Let's look at our directions. All right, here we go. The assignment requirements can be found below. Change the font size. All right, it says scroll to page 2 and select the words for rent and change the font size to 48. Easy. Easy. Right here. For rent. I've already forgotten the font size. 48. Yeah. There you go. Nice and big for rent. You can't mistake that. All right. So font size, probably the easiest thing, formatting, the easiest way to format. Notice though, when I'm in font, when I change my font size, I'm actually doing that in what's called a command group. This is my font command group. So everything that I would have to do with any kind of font is going to be right here, whether it's font color or highlight or text effects and typography, bold, underline, italicize. You have these things called strike throughs right here. If you actually click on your little dialog box here, you get so many more options with your font command group. All right. So pay attention to stuff like this, like small caps. That was in the Gmetrics lesson for Microsoft Word. You had to actually select small caps. Don't ask me what it does. Let's see. Check that out. If you look down here at the little preview, it basically makes your capital letters kind of They look like lowercase letters. Why you would want to do that, who thinks of these things, I don't know. But let's move on. Using the same font for rent, change the text to Franklin Gothic Demi. If you can't find it, use a font of your choice. Franklin Gothic Demi. And let's talk about Demi real quick. Demi Lovato. One of my favorites. Definitely one of my favorites. Her new album was very, very good. If you haven't heard it, I highly recommend it. All right, Franklin Gothic Demi. So we're going to change the font style. They're on alphabetical order. You should be kind of familiar with fonts at this point. It's right there. Franklin Gothic Demi. What a huge change that made. You know, I wasn't really interested before, but now that that's Franklin Gothic Demi, I'm totally interested in buying that house. What a huge change. Use the change case command. Using the same for rent. Add the change case command and make the text all uppercase. Use the change case command. All right. So again, in your font group, you know, all this has to do with fonts. You're going to notice that if you hover over these things, like here's increase font size, here's decrease font size, and here's something called change case. And if you click the arrow right next to it, you'll see sentence case, lowercase, uppercase, capitalize each word, and toggle case. I think we want to make everything uppercase, right? That's not it. Yeah, uppercase. Okay, uppercase. Boom, just like that. Okay. All right, so there's the change case command again in the font group. Using the same for rent text, change the color of the words to gold accent 4. Gold, not my favorite color, but let's go ahead and do it. Text color is right here. We want gold accent 4. Here's our gold. It just says gold accent 4. Right there. Boom. Done and done. Remove the highlight. Remove the highlight from the phone number 919-555-7237. This 555 thing, if you've never noticed when you're watching movies, whenever they give out a phone number, they always say like 555, blah, 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 because there's no 555. It doesn't exist. It's kind of like whenever I make you type in like Toso, it doesn't exist. It's not a word. 555 is not really, you know, anybody's phone number from anywhere in the country. So that's why they use it in movies. Just a little trivia for you. That's why I'm here. Remove the highlight from the phone number. Okay. Right here. So let's select the phone number, including the parentheses that it's under. Your highlight is right here where it says text highlight color. So we're going to click this and we're going to say no color, just like that. Okay. Boom and boom. Select all of the text for rent, the phone number, and center align the text. Okay. So all of this stuff. So your alignments are right here in the paragraph group. So now we're moving from the font group over here to the paragraph group. So here's your alignments right down here. You have left align, center align, right align. You also have something called justify, which will distribute your text. You have something called spacing right here. Anything that you would have to do to your actual paragraph right here. So we just want to center align this thing just like that. You also have a dialog box here for your paragraph, which gives you more options. So if you don't see what you have to do up here, you might want to click your dialog box here, and you can kind of see that there's indentation options, there's spacing options, general options, there's line and page breaks options, which most of the time you won't have to use anything in here, most of the time. All right. Excuse me. All right, let's keep going. Got to finish this. Italicize the text in the paragraph below about Villa Pina. Italicize the text right here. About Villa Pina, right here. Boom, italicize. There's your italicize. You can see it just puts a little slant on your actual text. I guess it just brings a little emphasis to the text. Emphasis, for those of you who don't know, it just brings attention to it. It's emphasis, not emphasis. Make sure you put the right syllable on the right word, please. Setting. Okay, shadow, page border. We did this yesterday with page borders, so they want a shadow page border this time. Yesterday we did a box border. They want black text 1, lighter 15%, and they want a 1.5 point. So let's go ahead and do that. That's easy. Design tab. Under the design tab all the way to the right, you're going to see watermark, page, color, page border. They want a shadow page border. They want, I've already forgotten, black text one, lighter 15%. Right there. No, one more down. Right there. Black text one. 1.5 point width, and say okay. Just like that. So far, so good. On page 2, highlight the letter P from the word private, but centrally locate, insert a dropped cap. A drop cap for the letter. So drop cap. It's a weird phrase. So first of all, let's go to page 2 and highlight the P from private, but centrally located. Right here. They just want us to put a drop cap on this P thing right here. So drop cap, it's, I guess the best way to describe it is if you've ever seen like a fairy tale and how like one letter of the paragraph is super huge and the rest of the paragraph is kind of normal. That's what drop cap does. All right. And even though it's a font thing and you'd think like, okay, font command group home tab, it's actually under the insert tab. And you're going to see something over here that says drop cap. And it has this like big A and the rest of the lines are kind of normal. You just want to say dropped, just like that. Okay. I know it looks kind of weird. I don't know when you'd ever really use this unless you are like writing a fairy tale, or maybe it's the first paragraph in like the chapter of a book or something like that. You know, maybe that's when you'd use it. Let's see. On page 2, select the text 1502 Villa Pina Way. Apply the strong font style to the text. So this is our keyword. It's a font style. It's not a font. It's a font style. So let's go ahead and on page 2, let's find the address. Right here. They want a font style called strong. So here's your styles right up here. And if you click the drop down here, your styles are actually really important. They do a lot more than you think, and we'll get into that a little bit later, especially when you say like heading 1 and title 1 and stuff like that. But they want a strong effect just like that. Okay, so strong, so frightening. All right, on page 2, select the text contact Juanita 919-555. There's 555 again. Apply the intense reference font style. Okay, intense reference. Right here. Contact Juanita Vasquez. And we want, God, I've already forgotten. I need more coffee. Intense reference. Intense quote. Intense reference. Just like that. So intense. I can't take it. Oh, God. Help me, please. On page 2, add a copyright sign after the word piña. Right here. All right, so we looked at this yesterday with symbols, and we looked at a trademark symbol. Today we're actually going to look at your copyright symbol, which is right here, and it looks like a little circled C. Okay, so you can tell if you were to use that, somebody could actually sue you. That's basically telling you don't use that without permission. Don't touch my stuff. Okay. On page 2, select the text www.villapindacondos.com. Create a hyperlink to take you to the website. I'm kind of thinking that might be a typo, but we'll see. We need to create a hyperlink to go to edmodo.com. All right. Yeah, it's a typo. It's Villa Pina Condos. So hyperlink. You can either just right click on it and say hyperlink, or you can say insert tab up here and say hyperlink. When you're typing in a hyperlink to anywhere, to a website, over here, you want to say existing file or web page. There are many options for hyperlinking. You can literally hyperlink to a document that you own. You can hyperlink to a place in this document, or you can hyperlink to a web page. We're going to hyperlink to www.edmodo.com. Boom. So now if you actually hold control on your keyboard and click on that, it should take us to edmodo.com. I'm not going to worry about that. I think that's it, guys. Another really easy assignment. All right, so we're 3 assignments in. Yesterday, I saw a lot of you guys still kind of on assignment number 1. You got to keep up. I'm not going to stop here just for a couple of students who can't seem to manage to come in and get their assignments done on time. You know, my other kids in my period 2 and my period 3 class, they don't sweat this stuff at all. They're done with it. They're like, Mister, where's the next assignment? And then in my period like 1, 5, 6, 4, I still have about like 10 kids in every one of those classes still on assignment number 1. You guys are going to get left behind. You got to pick up the pace. If you're not finishing these things in class, you've got to take them home and finish them for homework. All right. That's all the complaining I'm going to do. That's your video for this lesson. It's kind of long. Have a good one.